One of the core mandates of the Minerals Development Fund is to provide a reliable and predictable source of funding for development initiatives in mining communities. They are to make sure that the mining communities are developed. In March 2020 alone, the fund spent over 7 million Ghana cedis on several projects in mining communities across the country. This may be in the books of the fund, but it appears most mining communities are still not benefiting from what is lawfully theirs. The administrator of the Minerals Development Fund, Dr. Norris Hammer, who disagrees with this, explained how the fund is utilized.
The Mineral Development Fund established that 20% of the mineral royalty should be given back to the community. And in this 20%, there's another portion, which is 20%, that has to go back to the community. So what we have done is that, apart from establishing the local management committee, which is the statutory committee that are responsible to implement what is called a mining community development scheme, established in section 16 to section 20 of the MDF Act, we developed guidelines to guide the utilization of the fund.
Most of the projects that are constructed per the guidelines need to be fit for purpose for the communities.
How the projects are being selected, for instance. So assuming we have the chief that want a chief palace, we have women that want maybe male oil palm mill for the women or market or something like that, and we have the youth that want an ICT center. How do you select this project? So the guidelines, explains that you have to. There's a need for community consultation. So you do the community consultation, so that community themselves will own up this project, so that they will own the project. And before you bring any project for approval for the Mineral Development Fund Board to approve on the project, you have to establish that you've done this community consultation, and that's very, very, very important. So we need a proof of evidence of your consultation, images or photographs, audio or visual audio or whatever, a proof of evidence that and evidence that you've done an extensive consultation before that very project is selected.
It must also be selected and agreed on by the community. The fund in the coming years will be looking at sustainable small-scale mining. But is this permissible under their laws?
Again, let me explain the essence of the local management committee. So assuming Prestige and Huni Valley, for instance, if they want to use their local management committee fund, to maybe establish a mining, a community mining, and they can justify it, and the board deem it necessary and approve, so be it. They can really do that. But the fund has its disbursement, statutory disbursement areas. So you can't take from another area to do this investment. So the only place that comfortably you can allocate such fund for such development or such project is through the local management committee, which they themselves will have to understand and then convince the board that, well, we want to establish